Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Season 2, Week 26 of the DC Sports Digest. I'm a little busy this weekend, so I'm trying to get it out a little bit earlier. We're really not going to miss too much. But without further ado, we're just going to recap some honestly pretty solid individual player performances this week in DC Sports. Without further ado, let's just get started. On to the Nationals, just really one performance of note. They lost the Marlins series and the Pirates series, have not been playing too well, but there's been a lot of ups and downs in the season so far. I expect that to continue. Jake Irvin pitched 7 scoreless innings, played really well in the wins. That was great to see. Probably our best pitcher performance of the year, so that was great to see. Paul DeYoung again took a shot. Ball hit him. He's on IL, and unfortunately DJ Hers had Tommy John surgery. It'll be out for the season, so that's kind of unfortunate. Didn't crack the starting rotation, but still a great piece, and hopefully he'll be healthy for next year. Coming up this rest of the week, we have the Rockies series, Orioles series, and then the start of the Mets series. That's all I got for the Nats. On to the Wizards, they had a strong end to the season. They beat the Heat. Thanks to a clutch Bub Carrington circus shot game winner. You guys should go watch that. It was a crazy shot. And he's had a great season playing all 82 games. All the rookies have really had great seasons. Obviously, ended with an 18-64 record. 3 better than last year, but still not great. Hopefully that can turn around, especially since we have the tied for best odds at #1 pick. That can only go down to 6th at worst. So we at least have a top 6 pick, and potentially we may be getting an extra pick. So you guys should root for the Memphis Grizzlies tonight in the play-in. They're playing the Mavericks. So if the Grizzlies beat the Mavericks and make it into the playoffs, we will get their pick because I think it's a lottery protected pick. I think it came in the Marcus Smart trade. So it's a lottery protected pick. So if they make the playoffs and avoid the lottery, we'll get their pick. It will be I think 17, 18, 19, or 20. So around that range, which is still really solid to get an extra first round pick. So root for the Grizzlies tonight to make the playoffs, see if we can get an extra pick out of it. And that's all I got for the Wizards. On to the Cavs, they had a bit bad start to the week. They did beat the Islanders. They lost twice to the Blue Jackets. Got to congratulate Dylan Strome. Got a hat trick against the Islanders. All the goals we needed. And got a career high in goals with 29, so that's great to see. Definitely some injuries. Alexei Protas and Logan Thompson are making some progress. We'll see their status for Game 1 playoffs. Chychrun and Carlson took some games off. They should both be back. So hopefully starting to get healthy again. We also re-signed Nick Dowd a 2-year, $6 million contract. Really great deal. Great piece to add back. Blue Jackets are making a huge push for the final playoff spot. They were almost out of it, and they stayed alive until last night, where the Canadians got a win, and now that's who we'll be playing in the playoffs. So tonight we're against the Penguins to close out the regular season. Charlie Lindgren is getting a rest day. Hunter Shepard didn't do so well against the Blue Jackets, so he's back in the AHL. We have the other AHL goalie, Clay Stevenson, making his debut tonight in the NHL, so see if he does any better. Just hoping we can play well and continue to just get some more tune-up for the playoffs. Speaking of playoffs, we just got the schedule earlier today. Playoffs versus the Canadians will start on Monday, and we'll have games 1 through 3 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of next week, so stay tuned and see how we can do and start the playoffs well. That's all I got for the Caps. Good luck to them in the playoffs. On to the Commanders, they're wrapping up some draft visits. They did the Topgolf visit again, so that was nice to see. I think it's a good idea. It worked last year, even if you wouldn't like it. And the big news this week is DC is getting close to making a deal with the Commanders to bring the team back to RFK Stadium. So that's really exciting. It's not done yet, but I think it's really close. Commanders are paying most of that, and then obviously DC, as you can see, is paying a little bit, but it's really exciting. Obviously not going to be ready for 5 years, but that means it's going to be a really good stadium. So can't wait to see that. And then coming out this week, we had the draft. I have my last mock draft uploaded this week, so go check that out in preparation for the draft. And I'll have all the recap for that for you guys next week, so stay tuned. That's all for the Commanders. On the other DC sports news, DC United lost to Cincinnati. Their next game is Saturday against the New York Red Bulls. Old Glory DC lost to New Orleans. They have a game Saturday against Miami. Washington Spirit beat Louisville, and their next game is Saturday against Orlando. DC Power tied Fort Lauderdale. Their next game is against Tampa Bay. DC Defenders remain undefeated, beating St. Louis, the other undefeated team. Their last ones left The next game is Sunday against San Antonio. The Mystics had a really solid draft, picking up Sonia Citron, Kiki Irifan, Georgia Amor in the first round, and second round is Lucy Olsen and Zay Green. So a really solid draft for them. I think they really got everything, and they took advantage of the picks 3, 4, and 6 in the first round, which is great. Yeah, that's all I have for the other DC sports news. On to the awards game of the week is definitely Nats beating the Pirates 3-0. James Wood homer. We have Jake Irvin that I talking about in Player of the Week. Had 7 scoreless innings. And yeah, we just all played really well. Got the offense we needed, so that was great. And like I said, one Player of the Week is Jake Irvin with 7 scoreless innings, and Dylan Strom also gets Player of the Week for a hat trick and career high in goals. My teams of the week, I'm also going to add Washington Spirit here. So the Spirit, Wizards, and DC Defenders, they are the unbeaten teams of the week. So it's easier picks, but I'm still going to give it to all of them because they are unbeaten this week. And that's all I have for this video. Like I said, my final mock draft's out now. Go check it out before the draft next week. Check out the Instagram. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.